ins Menü fortfahren. Jetzt kann ich nämlich...
Hey.
Oh, läuft's? Bitte lauf. Da ist ein fetter Ladebild. Aha, okay. Es läuft.
Oh ne, ich hab... Doch.
Was?
Ich habe gerade überlegt, ob ich noch Wasser habe.
Hast du?
Mhm.
Ich hab sogar ein Level up. Oh, nice. Blitzschritt. Mehr Blitzschritt. Ja, klingt gut. Ich war hier. Bad. Okay, warte. Ich muss kurz raustappen. Irgendwie. Lädt die Stream-Vorschau bei mir die ganze Zeit. Ja, ich hoffe, dass der überhaupt das Internet da schafft. Ich lade nebenbei halt noch Doom runter.
Mhm.
Das ist zum Glück nicht so herausfordernd. Das ist man 400 MB oder so.
Das ist ja nicht viel.
Nö. Uff. Bin schon. Was sind meine Team? Da. Kann der was davon tragen? Ja. So, die trägt statt einem Hut eine Kette. Die ist ja schlau. Anzeige, was los? Die Streamqualität ist sehr gut.
Das ist gut.
Ja, aber wenn ich mir das angucke, hocke ich selbst die Hälfte der Zeit in einem Ladescreen und braucht es für mich selbst zu lang? Weißt du, wenn ich noch was downloade?
Mhm.
Oder der Stream läuft nicht richtig.
Mhm.
Glaube ich. Keine Ahnung. Geil, ich lasse jetzt so. Was haben wir denn hier noch? So viel Zeug. So viel Zeug. Genau, da ich muss. Da muss ich jetzt mal. Ich will die ganzen Ausrufezeichen-Dinger weg haben. Ah, da ist ja noch was. Jetzt aber. China. Ich habe hier einen Punkt. Oh. Was wollte ich endlich machen? Was ist das? Ein Bodenfeld.
Mhm.
Okay. Jetzt hat YouTube mir kurz angezeigt, dass er keine Daten empfängt. Könnte halt am Download liegen. Wahrscheinlich. Wie konnte ich denn den Download pausieren? Ach, da oben.
Gehst auf den Download und drückst auf Pausieren.
Nee, ich musste auf alle anhalten machen, anders ging's nicht.
Mhm.
Probiere ich jetzt mal damit. Wo ist das Spiel? Da. Ich hoffe, jetzt geht's. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie die Steuerung geht. Wieder hin. Sekte zerstören, Sekte zerstören. Ja, ich will die Sekte zerstören. Oh, ich bin schon vorbeigelaufen. Hm. Okay. Nee, noch ein Stück. Okay. Ah, da. Dann reisen. Da müssen wir hin. Da müssen wir hin. Reisen wir doch mal. Reise, Reise, Kuchen. Bäcker, Kuchen. Da verkaufen. Opferungsschwert. Klingt toll. Verkaufen. Ups. Ich habe Rüstung, glaube ich, gerade verkauft, die ich eigentlich noch tragen wollte. Ach, egal. Ich kaufe mir im Notfall eine. Ich habe bestimmt auch noch hinten in dem... Hier, genau. Das kann ich auch noch alles verkaufen. So, mal gucken, ob der Typ irgendwie was für uns hat. Kampfring ist schlechter. Gut auch. Die Rüstung, ja, theoretisch. Und nichts Gutes. Oder das Umhänge, die uns mehr Zeug geben als aktuell die. Nehme ich den. Der ist blau. Okay. Weiter geht's. Sekte zerstören. Ich freue mich drauf. Ich freue mich drauf. Sind das einer, dass der ganze Loot nachspawnt? Ich hätte mir nie die Mühe machen müssen, alle Truhen in der Stadt durchzusuchen. Die fühlen sich irgendwie immer wieder neu auf. Ach nö, ich muss nochmal komplett ausmachen. Aber ich glaube, ich speichere vorher, weil wenn das nicht klappt, wenn ich nur irgendwo ein Skill brauche, will ich das später nochmal machen. So, speichern. Oh, die Hauptquest ist auch irgendwo hier. Gut zu wissen. Dann muss ich nicht weit laufen, wenn ich die Stadt hier geklärt habe, hoffentlich. So. Madame?
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. we must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
Ich hoffe, ich sage jetzt nichts Falsches. Uff, ist so lange her. Die Malereien, können wir reden.
Malerei will mit dir reden.
Boah, ich soll irgendwas sagen, ob ich irgendwas Irreführendes gefunden habe. Und dann kann ich nur sagen, über Höhle sprechen, über Wächter sprechen, über Malereien und Relikte sprechen. Und es ist so lange her, als ich da drin war. Ich hoffe, ich weiß nicht, ob ich da jetzt gerade irgendeine Entscheidung fälle. Ich hoffe nicht.
We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matthias without a doubt. He's depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the Enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
Okay.
We discovered ancient frescoes. They represent in one. I understand.
Okay, ich kann dir alles erzählen. Dann erzähle ich
The
dir
entrance
alles.
to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a Nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time. The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There's no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
Okay, gut, dass wir Charisma gelevelt haben. Wir haben jetzt eine 75-prozentige Chance, das hinzubekommen.
Das ist doch ein bisschen was.
Okay, ich probiere es jetzt.
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
What good is such a reproach if our nation
Mist,
has fallen into
fehlgeschlagen.
chaos?
Your Eminence, all of this is grotesque and dangerous. The congregation is clearly trying to ridicule us. Even if these frescoes are real and old, who's to say they represent reality? This is surely the naive vision that the islanders had of our founder, nothing more. Our duty is to bury all this in order to preserve our nation from the heretical beliefs of the savages.
You were so eager to bury our discoveries that you were ready to bury us with them. A group of the Ordo Luminous attacked us while we prepared to come here.
Really? Your Eminence, I assure you that I had no idea. We would never harm a diplomat. It was probably the desperate action of an overly fervent group. But, alas, it is a fair reflection of what will happen if these discoveries are made public.
You are responsible for the members of the Ordo Luminous on this island, Domitius. I am counting on you to ensure that this kind of act never happens again.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected is the same man as your saint, and that your priests respected our culture as he did, they would be welcomed here as brothers.
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak sense, Princess. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitably caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet in the end he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After much thought, I have decided it best to silence these
Boah, die
dangerous
will's geheim halten.
discoveries.
Nein.
Our nation cannot risk civil war.
But, Your Eminence, this research...
Enough, my dear. I have made my decision.
Geheimhaltung
Your
ist
research
nicht.
must end
I
immediately.
cannot keep the secret of what I discovered. The world must know.
It would be a shame to hear that our most distinguished theologian was arrested for heresy, my dear.
Very well, Your Eminence.
Your Excellency, I cannot deny the importance of the help you have given us, and I am grateful for it. And I hope I can count on your discretion. It would be a shame for our relationship with the congregation to suffer due to questionable allegations.
Of course, Your Eminence.
Stopp, stopp, stopp. So, Speicherstand laden. Nächster Versuch. Wir haben immer 75% Chance. Irgendwann muss es klappen. Wow, das kann doch nicht sein. Ich wollte die... Oh. Es hieß die ganze Zeit Bürgerkrieg, wenn das ans Licht kommt. Ich will diesen Bürgerkrieg sehen.
I want to see the blood.
Ich will sie auf Grund und Boden laufen sehen.
Ah, Your
2
Excellency.
Minuten ist die Wäsche
But
fertig.
they also must could.
Hä?
The cavern it can
2 Minuten ist die Wäsche
we
fertig.
just the
Ui,
tablet.
das geht ja schnell.
The entry.
And who is?
It seems you could build.
It is a good argument, Your Excellency. I hadn't thought about that.
Your Eminence, all of this is grotesque and dangerous. The congregation is clearly trying to ridicule us. Even if these frescoes are real and old,
Aber ich muss dann
who's
ja
to
noch mal
say
runter.
they represent reality? This is surely the naive vision that the islanders had of our founder, nothing more. Our duty is to bury all this in order to preserve our nation from the heretical beliefs of the savages.
You were so eager to bury our group.
It was, but
You are responsible. I am counting on.
If my people and that your
And the E does any.
I understand. You had yet in.
Thank you. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my
Jetzt
duty
macht's.
to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matthias.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
Ja, geschafft. Ziel erreicht, Spiel durchgespielt. Nein.
Bürgerkrieg.
Weiß ich nicht, aber ich weiß, dass sie jetzt endlich, dass ich der Sekte im Prinzip einen kleinen Strich durch die Rechnung gemacht habe.
Der Wecker klingelt. Bin gleich wieder da.
Okay,
Liebe dich.
dich auch.
what do you want from me, my daughter?
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah, the congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Nauts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan Nauts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Nort suffering from the blood plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in the stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Ah, stimmt, wegen der Krankheit. Haben wir denn eigentlich noch ein paar coole Sidequests? Arena, Erkundung. Immernaute, wo ist das? Falsch. Irgendwo draußen, aber ich glaube auch hier auf der Map. Ich hoffe, ich habe noch eine Nautenrüstung, damit wir uns irgendwo reinschleichen können. Benötigt. Okay, wir müssten fürs andere reisen. Dann machen wir es erstmal hier. So. Ich gucke mal, ob ich noch eine passende Rüstung einstecken habe. Wo ist es da? Die Nauten. Da, das ist das Nautending. Yep. Und ich starte. So. Da vorne. Ich hoffe, ich laufe richtig. Rechts. Ja, hier vorne ist er doch schon. Wo ist denn der? Der ist dahinter, ha? Der ist hinter dem Zaun. Wie komme ich denn da hin? Ah, da drin. Ja, gut. Hätte ich drauf kommen können. So, Offizier.
Hello, milady. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet. Your admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then two of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Geheimnis habt ihr doch scheinbar.
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nords.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Nort's secrets. But the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Wir können doch. Erst nochmal mit dem anderen Typen reden. Warte mal. Den muss ich einmal komplett umlassen. Und da hier so 2 Dinger. Zwei Eingänge. So. Ich hab nichts mitgenommen. Befehl aus dem Hafenland an die Nauten, die die Lagerhäuser bewachen. Die Anzahl der Wachen, die in den wichtigsten Lagerhäusern patrouillieren, muss unverzüglich verdoppelt werden. Verkleidete Inquisitoren wurden in der Gegend gesichtet. Sie versuchen vermutlich in die Lager einzudringen. Lasst Vorsicht walten und sorgt dafür, dass niemand in diese Lagerhäuser gelangt. Nur die Nauten dürfen hinein. Unsere Geheimnisse müssen um jeden Preis geschützt werden.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Norts are hiding from us.
I can assure you we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Dann komme ich weiter draus. Ups. So. Komplett einmal rumrennen. Uff. Gut. So, wo? Da vorne. Hier irgendwo. Ich kann das Lagerhaus durchsuchen. Wo ist es denn? Da. Was haben wir denn hier vorne noch finden?
Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some Norts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Knots are up to.
And what do these Mage Inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the port, especially considering what we've learned from Domitius. They must be doing everything in their power to discover the Nort's secrets.
Sind wir eigentlich auch im Erkundungsgebiet? Oh, das Verschwinden der Nauten. Ist das die Quest, die wir gerade machen? Warte mal, ich würde dann doch gerne erst nochmal das Verschwinden hier. Liegt da vorne nochmal mit dem? Ich weiß nämlich nicht, wonach wir genau suchen sollten.
Good day. I'm looking for 2 men, Norts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Okay, erstmal in die Taverne. Und ganz zum Schluss suchen wir nach diesem Geheimnis. Hey, Geheimnis. Links. Ist das eine Wand? Nee, ich glaube nicht. Das eigentlich noch so 2 nach links. So, Torbogen 1. Da ist Torbogen 2. Und
We're approaching the
jetzt...
If
tavern.
we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
Was, diskret? Ich bin super diskret.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Nauts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
Your attitude already says a great deal. If you know something, then speak up.
You have no idea to whom you are speaking. I will not allow myself to be threatened without consequence.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Then let's go!
Bit of poison on my blade.
Then let's go!
Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Let's see if you can...
His Aloysius fled as soon as he could. He's not exactly courageous. Let's search these men. They may have some interesting documents.
Brief des Gefängniswärters der Garde in St. Matthäus. My Lord, ich schreibe, um euch mitzuteilen, dass ihr über eine Erhöhung unseres Lohns nachdenken müsst. Wir haben diese Nauten viel zu lange bewacht und es war nie Teil der Vereinbarung, sie zu foltern. Das Risiko ist zu groß für die vereinbarte Entschädigung. Wenn euer Gouverneur oder die Admiralin herausfinden würden, was wir tun, würden wir sofort hingerichtet werden. Und ihr auch. Ich erwarte eure Antwort, wenn möglich in Gold.
So, they're keeping the Nauts in the prisons of the coin. Entering that place will not be an easy feat.
Wir befreien die erstmal. Wo sind sie denn? Ah, da oben. So. Die haben die im Keller? Okay. Irgendwo hier.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. And it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure you. Come.
Bin wieder.
Oh, hi.
Halt! You have no
So,
authority
Stunde
to go
13
any
steht drauf.
further.
Ich habe jetzt plötzlich eingestellt, weil der mich immer verarscht.
And if I gave you this so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. And we should probably find out more about this secret first. If we don't discover anything reprehensible, we'll have an easier time convincing the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
Was are we doing?
Mhm.
Ich weiß gerade nicht so ganz, was ich tun soll. Ich will...
Hingehen.
Ja, ich weiß nur noch nicht wohin. Hey, ich bin immer noch im Haus. Das ist das Trainingslager. Ah. Ich will aus diesem Haus raus. Lass mich raus aus diesem Haus. Jetzt bin ich einmal im Kreis gelaufen. Jetzt bin ich raus. Okay. Das Lager der Nauten finden. Okay, nur noch das Lager von denen.
May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Da schnell hinflitzen. So. Ist das hier schon Lagerhaus D? Oh, ich bin komplett falsch, nicht? Nee. Mal wieder komplett falsch gelaufen. So, jetzt. Jetzt mit den kompletten Hafen hinunter. Alle Gebäude drumherum. So.
Oh, fuck. Gestorben.
No.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court.
Die Map praktisch schon
It's
geschafft.
used
Ja.
to spy upon the stars.
No.
These objects are called
Was ist das
sextants.
jetzt?
Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, Does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
Oh, ist das Lager noch nicht fertig?
Schwierigkeitsgrad leicht oder normal? Ganz schwer.
Was dir lieber ist.
Kann nur auf leicht oder normal.
Nach normal.
Mhm.
So, Notizen der Admiralin. Der Ruf des Delfins. Der Dreizack muss so schnell wie möglich repariert werden. Außerdem sollte das Barometer ausgetauscht werden, da das an Bord befindliche nicht so präzise arbeitet, wie es sollte. Die Besatzung konnte den Sturm nicht rechtzeitig ausweichen, was uns ein Segel kostete. Ich bitte um Diskretion, die Inquisitoren beobachten uns. Admiralin Cabral.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
Okay, jetzt wieder gegen die Sekte Beweise finden. Ein ewiger Kreislauf.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Warte, wo soll ich noch? Da unten. Walking round and around and
May the enlightened bless you.
Okay, interessant.
Hm?
Der erste und der vierte spielen zur gleichen Zeit.
Ah, okay.
Selbe Zeit, unterschiedliche Geschichten.
Mhm. Klingt doch gut.
Das ist super.
Aber irgendwie verstehe ich dich jetzt auch wieder kaum noch.
Ja, jetzt muss es wieder besser sein.
Jupp. Mist, ich bin falsch abgebogen. Ich hasse es. Ich brauche ein Navi. So, und jetzt nach rechts. Der hat mir schon mal alles abgesucht.
Poison on my
Lol.
blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this.
Der lebt noch. Oder was?
Hm?
Lol. Ich habe ihn im Moment seines Todes eingefroren.
Lol.
Jetzt funkelt er. Ich find's witzig.
Mhm.
Man funkelt er so toll. Lol. Okay, was haben wir hier? Sieht aus wie eine kleine Folterkammer. So. Nachricht von Inquisitor Bischof Domitius. Die Läuterung der Nauten wird beginnen, sobald diejenigen, die in unseren Gefängnissen schmachten, gestanden haben. Dann haben wir genügend Beweise, um die Mutterkardinalin davon zu überzeugen, uns handeln zu lassen. Es ist höchste Zeit, dass wir diese Ketzer beseitigen, denen es erlaubt ist, sich frei in unseren Städten zu bewegen. Bleib bis dahin unauffällig, wir werden in einer heiklen Situation, wenn unser Plan zu früh bekannt wird.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
So. Nee, ich find's toll, wie der Typ funkelt. Ab zur Mutterkardinalin. Run, run, run. Oh, das ist gerade hier rechts praktisch. Will nicht so weit laufen. Ab nach oben, die Stufen hinauf.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naut building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Nauts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
Stimmt, man konnte sich hier einfach super weit bewegen.
Boah, ich habe gerade voll Lust auf Flips.
Müssen wir welche essen?
Ich glaube, wir haben keine Flips.
Hm.
Ich muss gleich mal gucken. Ich glaube, wir müssen Chips. Für Flips haben wir eher selten.
Okay.
Mal gucken. Aber Flips wären jetzt richtig geil. So, jetzt mal kurz gucken, dass wir Vascos Quest fertig machen, weil dann können wir noch. Irgendwer wollte eh noch mal was von uns. Und wenn es Kurt war. Nee, Kurt war es. Ich glaube, Kurt war fertig. Kurt war, glaube ich, fertig. Hey, wo ist denn die Wohnung? bestimmt eine Wohnung. Da. Da ist sie doch. Reisen. Dahin. Oh. Reise beginnen. Oh. Da kann ich ihn direkt abgeben. Schön.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Oh Mann, ich hab
Regarding the
vorbeigeschossen.
mission you entrusted Captain Vasco with.
We have come to give our conclusions.
I'm listening.
We examined the shipwreck and the surrounding area. A creature they carried on board managed to set itself free. An enormous beast. It made a hole in the hull and caused the sinking. We could only find dead bodies.
Alas, I was expecting it. May the sea be their shroud. We shall not forget them. Did you find anything?
The captain's journal tells the tale of the ship from their departure to the sinking.
Thank you, Vasco. It seems that the potions of the Alliance failed us once more. And rest assured, we will never transport another one of those creatures. They are too dangerous for our ships. Our honor is safe, thanks to you. You have proven your loyalty, and you have regained my trust. What you have achieved for us all deserves to be a part of your history, Vasco. I will send someone to tell the tattooist. He'll be waiting for you.
Oh. Er darf gleich zum Tätowierer. Naja. Ich hole mir erstmal schnell was zu trinken. Ich bin gleich wieder da. So, ich bin wieder da.
Baby.
Uff, ich habe gerade noch ein Eis geholt.
Mhm.
So. Dann starte ich zuerst mal einen Dialog, während ich mein Eis auspacke dann.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Hier an dem Eis ist überall Frost.
Was?
Das Eis besteht hauptsächlich aus diesem scheiß Frostzeug.
Mhm.
Scarlett. Wahrscheinlich ist das Eis schon mal aufgetaut oder so und deswegen...
Möglich.
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Mit einer Hand spielen ist schwer. Ich habe das Gefühl, das Eis ist schlecht. Das Eis schmeckt nicht mehr so gut.
Okay.
I have come to receive my tattoo. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed, Captain. Congratulations. Well, take a seat. You know the drill.
What do you think about it? I feel more naught than ever.
Great. Congratulations, Vasco.
Bin mir halt immer noch nicht sicher, welche Seite man genau spielt. Ach, das aktiv ist das Spiel ein Krieg um Europa. Und du hast auch eine europäische Karte, die noch relativ weit nach Russland reinreicht. Aber ich weiß nicht genau, inwieweit man welche Seite...
Kann ich dir auch nicht sagen. Ja, ich muss irgendwann mal den ersten Teil davon holen.
Mhm. Hab ich.
Okay.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict?
Das Einzige, was man beachten muss, man muss den zuerst spielen, weil alle anderen danach, weil Inhalt Spoiler zum ersten.
Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me. Constantine. There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother. And the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's cousin. I don't.
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But that means you are not...
Your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell—
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Das ist ja krasse Wendung hier.
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no
Ich muss
condition
den
to
ersten,
fight.
glaube ich, nochmal spielen,
We must
irgendwas.
also think about the advisors.
Ich weiß jetzt auch, wo ich bin.
Okay, okay. Ja, dann würde ich den jetzt aber eher spielen
Then we have
als...
to rescue
Nee, ich weiß ja noch, was da passiert. Ich will einfach nicht, weil er gut war.
Okay, Konstantin läuft jetzt nicht. Wo müssen wir jetzt hin? Okay, alles nach unten. Da, warte. Wir müssen ihn nochmal ganz hoch ins Geschoss. Da oben ist noch unser anderer Kumpel. Den retten wir schnell noch. Muss der sein? Der ist nicht hier. Okay. Halt nicht. Was sind sie denn?
Lord de Castellion, the Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Okay, nehmen wir den mit. Huch. Oh, da stand einfach ich bin tot. Wie scheiße ist das denn? Ich bin einfach aus der Tür raus und war tot. Einfach eine Tür benutzt und dann standen auf einmal 4 Gegner. Das war so unerwartet.
Scouts waren im ersten die auch verstärkt sind.
Was?
Im ersten Teil waren die Scouts total overpowered.
So. Jetzt hinter jeder Tür Gegner. Ja, super belastend. Okay. Erstmal das Level Up hier machen. Jetzt soll ich mal wieder die Rüstung anziehen von vorhin. Ups. So, Attribute. Gehe ich auf Schaden. Ja. Fähigkeiten. Was haben wir da?
Instant. Ach du Scheiße.
Das ist eine Schattenwirkung. Das ist der Standardangriff, okay. Nice, nice, nice. So. Dann benutze ich jetzt die nächste Tür. Oh, es war eh die falsche Tür. Nicht schlimm. Hier scheint Loot zu liegen. Oder auch nicht? Es leuchtet nur. Okay, ist nicht hinter jeder Tür Gegner, das ist schon mal gut. Oh, da sind Gegner. Ich will nicht auf einer Treppe kämpfen.
Ernsthaft. Oh, wow.
Ui, ui, ui. Was denn hier los? Krieg oder was?
Möglich. Alter. Gab durch Treppen.
Nö.
Noch nicht einmal. Ich hab vielleicht keine Munition mehr.
About to get dicey.
So wie es aussieht, kriege ich Döner. Finde ich gut.
Hm.
Oh, Döner. Und hier ist noch ein Berater von Konstantin, oder was? Ah nee, der ist da nebenan. In der Bücherei. Ich weiß schon. Den ich eigentlich nicht so mag. Also okay.
Lord Minister, the Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The Guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you.
Wir spacken meine Kopfhörer. Ich habe ab und zu Soundbugs.
Hm.
Könnte aber auch vom Spiel sein. So. Jetzt in den Keller. Warum man im Keller auch sicherer ist als sonst? Okay.
Nee, den betrifft wieder.
Hä?
Nee, den betrifft wieder nicht. Geht doch. Oh mein Gott.
Things are about to get dicey.
So, und jetzt? Hä? Da hinten rein.
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone who is dear to me. And the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You were dear to me as well.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Uff. Was soll ich jetzt einmal machen? So, Lady Morange. Banane. Lady Morange. Boah, viel zu tun.
Lady Morange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
Uff. Oh. Das war's ja nicht. Was macht Lady Morange jetzt? Ich muss mir aufpassen. Ups. Wie, ich trage auf einmal so viel Gewicht mit mir. Ernsthaft. So, jetzt aber. Sind wir.
Make preparations to leave. I have a message to communicate immediately to the governor of San Mateus. You must tell the Mother Cardinal that the Coin Guard is preparing a coup d'etat. Her life and those of her entourage are in grave danger.
Very well, Your Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
Oh, sehr viele Gegner. Okay.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Oh lol, wo kommt der denn her? Ich geh grad vorne hinten los.
You will regret everything in the guard. Chicken!
Come on, I'll put you on the dance! Come on!
Wow.
Come on, I'll put you on the dance!
Ich sollte doch nicht gegen die kämpfen. Die tun ganz schön weh. Knallen.
Drink a potion!
No magic. Drink a potion. Messenger, be ready to leave at once. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that a conspiracy is underway targeting him.
It's just that I can't leave the city just yet.
What are you talking about? The order comes from the governor. What more do you need?
It's just that I was told if I left the city today, it would cost me my life.
Who said that? The commander's men, I suppose.
I don't really know, but they were heavily armed and they pay very well.
And so you are prepared to betray your prince and country for a few coins. Don't you understand that the reason I am standing before you is because the guard failed to take this city? Do you know the punishment reserved for traitors?
Very well, Excellency. I'll leave immediately. The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2, they'll be at the tavern. Olga and Werner are in charge of the guards' secondary activities in the basement.
I see. Our priority should still be to stop Torsten. We will worry about the others later.
Oh, komm ich denn jetzt die Treppe hoch? Weg, weg. Vorne war die Treppe. Ich muss immer gerade alles eskalieren.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But what is this? I recognize you. You're the governor's emissary. And Kurt, you had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone, I decided it would be the less likable of the lot.
Traitor. Soldiers, ready weapons.
Und kann ich in den kleinen Raum kämpfen. Das ist ja auch noch schwer. Ich mag's noch nicht. Stimmt, ich sollte nicht so viel mitnehmen, das bin ich gleich wieder überbeladen. Das Geld soll reichen. Okay, da liegt wohl jemand drin. Ist da hinten noch jemand drin?
We've arrived too late.
Do you know where Torsten could have gone?
No. But we'll certainly find some information about it in these papers.
Was steht hier? Nachricht an Kommandant Torsten. Kommandant, wir haben die Anweisung gewissenhaft befolgt. Sollte die Mission fehlschlagen, wird eine Eskorte außerhalb der Kaserne auf dich warten und dich sicher zu den Docks bringen, wo das von dir angeforderte Schiff den Nauten auf dich warten wird, bereit abzulegen. Leutnant Werner.
And he was prepared to leave this place. We must catch up to him. He cannot get away with this.
Let's go.
Okay. Müssen wir jetzt schnell sein? Damit er nicht einfach mit dem Boot wegfährt.
But he's
It's blocked.
Wieder kommen wir nicht durch.
The guard, we're moving out. Break camp. We are no longer welcome here. And so, these snake oil merchants defy us by sending their watchdog. Let's show them what guards are made of!
Wenn man es nicht gerade festgenommen ist, das glaube ich okay. Uff. Hä? Wieder Zwischensequenz oder was? Oh mein Gott.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Nein, Konstantin.
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through.
Oh, ich hab einen Mörser.
Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you would like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. And as for you, my fair cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our most sincere gratitude from all of Thélème. Thanks to your message, the Mother Cardinal was able to thwart the Commander's plans. By the grace of the Illuminated, the city is saved, and the traitors punished as they should be.
I was told that you were able to catch the Commander before he got away.
Barely, but alas, his lieutenants managed to escape.
I care little for the underlings. The Commander will pay for all of them. Do you happen to know the punishment we practice for treason? Oh yes. I remember now. Enough talk of ruffians. They failed, and for that, I again thank Kurt.
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, gold is a present that is always appreciated.
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers, but I think I know who will be elected.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need soldiers, but loyal soldiers above all.
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has been tarnished. We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglinde is solid and loyal. I have fought beside her.
You have my complete trust, Kurt. You have amply earned it. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. I suffer so horribly, and alas, we have yet to discover neither cure nor remedy.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to continue my research. We have a number of leads, but with all that's been happening...
Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Taleme are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went. If this healer is as skilled as our pretty little sapling here says, then we need to see him right away.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Ist er tatsächlich halb am Verrecken? Oh Mann, wir haben ja auch noch eine Quest. Oh ja, ja, okay, wir gehen erstmal die Hauptquest hier machen. Ich glaube, das ist irgendein Map-Abschnitt, wo wir noch nicht fahren.
Oh, it's you, Ono Menawi! Come and see! Bertir to mad. Oh no, do you want to see the
How is business nowadays? You no longer have problems with the guard?
No. Since you gave me this piece of bark, the guards don't dare bother me anymore. And the people of this village really like what I bring back from Vignamri. Our chief Ulan is very happy, as am I. We owe you so much.
Was hier? So.
You will always be welcome here.
Wir müssen nur leider hinlaufen. Und so weit sollte es auch nicht sein. So, darf hoffentlich. Noch da?
Mhm. Ja, bin ich.
Okay. Boah, ich freue mich, wenn der Döner da ist.
Hm.
Was hast du eigentlich gegessen? Noch?
Noch nix.
Noch nix?
Noch nix.
Echt nicht?
Mhm.
Was nicht bei Meckes?
Nee.
Hm.
I need to speak with you, my child.
Yes, Petrus. What is it?
I've come up with a plan to put what we've learned about the Mother Cardinal to use.
Do tell.
You will have to take part in a fight in the arena, and we must make sure that the odds are high. To do this, you'll have to face a champion. This will lure her in.
That would effectively raise the odds. But the risk is they'll bet against me.
That may be the case, but the highest bets are based on the exact time of the defeat.
I see. We are going to make the Mother Cardinal believe that I will lose at a specific time.
And by doing so, you'll win something bigger than a fight.
This'll make her lose a considerable amount.
Exactly. I've even taken measures to make sure her usual moneylender is unavailable. Without knowing it, she will come to me looking for gold in order to place her bet.
And she will be at our mercy. Is this how you settle scores in Thélème?
This is how all scores are settled, my child. Or on the battlefield. But that's much dirtier. So, what do you say?
It's a complicated plan, but an effective one. Let's put it in motion.
Let's go back to the St. Matthias bookmaker. Your skills seem to interest him.
So, ich hoffe, das Spiel dauert noch nicht mehr so lang. Wo ich vorstellen kann, dass es noch ein Weilchen dauert.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Geradeaus und rechts. Schön. Ich vermute mal, die Gegner leveln aber mit.
Möglich wert. Möglich wert.
Ja, es steht zwar kein Level da, aber die brauchen halt immer noch so lange wie am Anfang. So schätze ich mal, dass sie in gewissem Rahmen mitleveln oder so. Manchmal wünsche ich könnte einsehen, wie weit mein Fortschritt ist im Spielen. Kann ich aber, glaube ich, nicht.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
This is a rather conspicuous place to set up camp.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the Valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They are not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite.
Notizen vom Anführer der Expedition. Diese kugelförmige Wurzel hat eine dichte, feste Textur und einen starken, intensiven Geruch. Ich habe mehrere Tiere beobachtet, die sie ohne nennenswerten Effekt konsumierten, daher ist sie wahrscheinlich genießbar. Eine Destillation im Labor sollte weitere Aufschlüsse geben. Afra hat beschlossen, ihr Zelt weiter weg aufzuschlagen. Sie sagt, dass sie sich bei unserem ständigen Geplapper nicht konzentrieren kann. Diese junge Frau ist talentiert, aber ich verstehe, warum ihr Meister sie gehen ließ, denn sie ist sehr launisch. Diese Vogelart kommt im Tal sehr häufig vor. Sie sind unglaublich neugierig. Sie kommen uns so nahe, dass wir sie berühren können. Die Eingeborenen jagen sie wohl nicht, denn dann wären sie vorsichtiger. Aber ihr Fleisch ist köstlich. Ich nehme an, dass es sich um eine Glaubenssache handelt. Für diese naiven Wilden sind sie vermutlich heilig.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the lost expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it. More blood. We are on the right path. Keep going.
Einfach vorbeischleichen.
A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he has been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
He was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide dead children?
I lean towards Siora's point of view. The practices of these scholars, so-called seekers of knowledge, are barbaric. Taleme will offer you protection and support.
In exchange for our souls. I think we would prefer to go to war.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
Okay, was war?
Noch 20 Minuten.
Und dann?
Meine Wäsche fertig.
Und davor?
Nicht?
Du hast noch irgendwas gesagt? Doch.
Aber sobald die Wäsche fertig ist, bestelle ich wahrscheinlich was zu essen.
Warte, du hast davor was gesagt. Ich weiß das ganz genau.
Nö.
Doch, du hast irgendwas gesagt und gelacht und so. Ich war nur in der Katze, deswegen konnte ich
Dass
nicht.
ich einen Mörser habe, ja.
Okay, ist das gut?
Ja.
Haust du da mit Leute?
Jagst die eher in die Luft.
Oh. Scarlett. Ja, ist gut. So gut.
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
The view over the valley is magnificent, and makes it difficult for an enemy to approach without being seen.
Okay. Das Tagebuch einer gewissen Afra. Wir haben ein kleines Lager in einem Tal errichtet, das wir studieren wollten. Die Flora an diesem Ort ist unglaublich üppig. Diese Insel ist der einzige Ort, an dem so viele verschiedene Arten nebeneinander zu finden sind. Angesichts dieser Vielfalt werden wir sicherlich ein Gegenmittel für den Madikor finden. Diese Pflanze mit ihren blauen Blüten und gezackten Blättern ist anders als jede andere Pflanze, die ich kenne. Ich werde einige Experimente durchführen müssen, um herauszufinden, ob sie wirksame Essenzen enthält. Es ist eine Schande, dass wir uns nicht mit den Eingeborenen austauschen könnten, denn sie kennen sicherlich alle Eigenschaften dieser Pflanze. Aber die Soldaten warnten uns und sagten, dass wir den Inselbewohnern nicht vertrauen sollen. Anscheinend sind sie in diesem Gebiet sehr angriffslustig. Unsere Ankunft im Tal blieb nicht unbemerkt. Ich fühle mich, als würden wir beobachtet. Ist wahrscheinlich von den Inselbewohnern. Hoffentlich verstehen sie, dass wir nicht hier sind, um zu kämpfen, sondern nur um die Flora zu katalogisieren. Das Gefühl, beobachtet zu werden, wird immer bedrohlicher. Sie sind ganz in der Nähe. Ich kann es spüren. Ich fürchte, wir müssen mit einem Angriff rechnen. Wir haben so wenig Waffen und meine Kollegen sind kaum imstande, sich zu verteidigen. Ich bin mir sicher, dass sie sich uns aus dem Sumpf heraus beobachten. Wenn sie uns angreifen, werden sie höchstwahrscheinlich von dort kommen. Ich habe versucht, meine Begleiter zu warnen, ihnen zu sagen, dass sie sich unauffälliger verhalten sollen, aber sie weigern sich, auf mich zu hören.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition. A certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
These people of the bridge have either just hatched from eggs or are complete idiots. My people are at war. They do not spare an enemy under pretext that they are not wearing the clothing of soldiers.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will surely lead us to the party of intrepid scholars.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Alles klar. Einmal links rum, wenn ich oben bin. Oh, jetzt greifen sie doch an. Bin ich jetzt zufälligerweise runter? Oh, jetzt bin ich im Kreis gelaufen. Mann, ich bin mal schon so blöd. Ei gut, dann machen wir es mal platt hier. So. Jetzt, muss schnell durchschleichen. Ich will nur looten. Jetzt können wir einfach durchschreien. Ist alles gut. Ja, da lang, links. Nochmal links. Oder? Nee, hier. Ach, da. Mit Döner ist immer noch nicht da. Was gibt's bei dir dann? Weißt du schon?
Nö.
Ha?
Nö. Vielleicht hatte ich auch einfach nichts mehr.
Oder so. Aber du hattest doch Hunger.
Schon.
Aber?
Keine Ahnung.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get...
Renaixi! We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Ich weiß nicht, worauf ich Lust habe.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the lion sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
Warte, wo ist das jetzt? Hier?
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Endlich!
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desardet. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And then?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own.
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh? This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
Jetzt alles nachgefragt.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close, and I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Muss ich hier befolgen? Wir sollten auch uns von hinten anschleichen. Naja. Aber die kommt wahrscheinlich nicht, wenn ich hier bin. Alles klar. Huch. Walking around and around and around. Ich glaube, ich muss echt bald mal in so einem Guide nachgucken, in welchem Kapitel ich jetzt bin von den, dass sie da sich noch kapitalisiert haben. Nennt man das so?
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Okay. Zuerst Fragezeichen ablaufen.
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Maybe enlightened contact will be less better.
So, die letzten 6 Minuten, ob ich noch was essen möchte.
Hm? Was?
Ich gucke jetzt noch, was ich essen möchte.
Doch, Hunger.
Ja.
Döner ist gut.
Da müsste ich hinlaufen.
Das ist bestimmt doch ein Döner, der liefert, oder?
Nee. Berliner Döner, doch, gibt der liefert. Gibt da wirklich einen, der liefert.
May the shadow engulf our enemies. Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Das Essen kommt auch gleich. Hier ist ein Level. Praktisch. Oder einfach gerade oder was?
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Honor Manawi. Let's try to avoid a fight.
Okay, ist keiner. Ist gut. Sein. Echt ein extra Schlüssel dafür.
Hm.
Wow. Soll ich den Schlüssel finden?
Acht, 2, 3, 9, 0, 7, 4, 6. Das ist meine Telefonnummer, ja.
Was?
Hab nach meiner Telefonnummer geguckt. So, Ludwigsplatz 11, 3530 Gießen, Etage 10, 0176 823 90746. Das ist wohl meine
Jetzt weiß
Telefonnummer.
jeder, der hier zuguckt, wo du wohnst.
Doch wunderbar, schickt mir Scheiße.
Gut, dass gerade keiner zuguckt, aber jeder, der irgendwann hier mal das Video anguckt, weiß, wo du wohnst.
Tja, jetzt musst du es rausschneiden.
Nö, mach ich nicht. Pech gehabt.
So, ich gehe dann auch mal kurz meine Wäsche hochholen. Die sind nicht gleich fertig.
Okay.
Bis gleich.
Bis gleich. Hier ist Colette. Was willst du? Es gibt keine Leckerlis mehr. Hat's halt schon genug. Ja. Oh, da war ich. Hart verkackt.
Afra, is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Das ist eigentlich nur geradeaus. Oder? Was haben wir hier auf der Seite? Und ich ja auch mal ganz interessiert. Ach, da wäre auch so ein Schlüssel gewesen. Alles klar, ich bin halt komplett durch die falsche Richtung gelaufen. Egal. Jetzt ist es zu spät.
My companions in danger.
Was ist los? Ist das Essen da? Hm? Alles gut, wir gehen gleich. Hey, Alex.
Mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. we will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives.
I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Very well. Leave, and I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words for our lamb's sake.
Wir gehen gleich zum Essen, ja?
So, Wäsche ist trocken.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true woman of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Ah ja, jetzt machen die auch eine Schnellreise mit mir.
So, jetzt muss ich noch auf ein Essen warten.
And our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Your
Geböhnt.
Excellency. You are a providential woman.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tierna Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that?
Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy.
Surprising. But the Tierna Hac is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.
Wir müssen Petrus mitnehmen. So, nee, die will ich nicht. Ja. So. Dann jetzt noch fix speichern. So, und dann pausiere ich oder beende ich den Stream erstmal für heute. Mal schauen, was ich nachher mache. Ciao.